good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. Super excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
So first of all, for me, is that my favorite Nigerian dish, which is jollof rice. I thought that it's like an international dish that everybody in the world ought to know what jollof is. But on coming to the UK, I'm meeting friends, black people from Africa, and I got to know they don't even know jollof. I was surprised. Facey does not know jollof.
I had no idea what jollof was until I got to a flat and saw this and somebody else, they cooked jollof rice and then they gave me jollof rice very excitedly.
Yeah.
And I was asking them, what is this?
It was so strange.
When I took a taste, it was so peppery. I was like, no, I've never had this.
Yeah.
And she was even more surprised to know, she was surprised saying that you don't eat jollof in your country. Why? The question of why was even more.
What I love about Africans is that when they speak, they really speak broadly. Like, you don't eat this in your country.
Right.
Like, we be like, yo, you don't eat that in your city. Like, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
Because majority of Americans don't travel outside of the country.
Yeah.
If they do travel outside of the country, okay. Because I'm aware of different things, I gotta retract some of the things I say. But majority, before social media, when people would travel outside of the country, it was for Caribbean vacation. That's it. They wasn't going in the island, trying to learn the culture, learn the history, learn the people. So, I think that's part.
And then you gotta think about it. Africa is a continent.
Yeah.
So when they speak up heavily about their country, they're really talking about their country. But in America, we talk about our country, but we break it down to our state.
City.
And
Where you from?
Yeah, like things of that nature. So
yeah.
Bizarre to me, like, why are you asking why? I don't. We don't know what jollof is. It's my first time.
Yeah, in fact, it was more than surprising to learn that jollof is predominantly in Nigeria and Ghana and Senegal and Kenya. People from East Africa had no idea of what is called jollof rice.
Okay, but I thought you guys told us that Kenya had a different version of jollof. Like it wasn't called jollof. I want to say it was called something with a P. Correct me if I'm wrong, or let me know. But I thought y'all had like a version of it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe some people who had traveled before, they would have an idea of what jollof rice was. Just that it's not something we eat in Kenya. For us, we have other substitutes for rice foods like pilau or biryani, or we just eat white rice and it is.
Okay. Talking about rice, another big surprise for me is how you even eat your white rice. In Nigeria, you make rice, then you make stew, and then you put stew on rice. Facey eats white rice like without nothing. Tell them.
Just plain rice.
Hold on now.
It surprises me that you guys are surprised at white rice. I enjoy eating white rice. Like, I would eat just white rice cooked with salt.
Yes.
What she said was salt.
Imagine, it's so, I'm like shocked. Why are you eating white rice? In Nigeria, maybe it is, even no poor person, like, it's silly white rice. It's bizarre. It's weird for you to see somebody sprinkling salt on white rice and eating it. Like even the poorest of the poor will look for a stew to make. So I was shocked. Like, why are you eating rice and salt?
No, when I was younger, I used to like butter and rice.
Yeah, that's leading to other dishes that can be added to it. So, but it's
eggs and rice.
There you go.
We'll find something to put with the rice. Beans and rice.
I was thinking about the
type of beans and rice.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of things. I've just never sat here and did, I can't do the white rice.
Nah.
Not by itself.
Maybe that's a preference.
I can, but I would prefer not to. I'm not saying there's a nasty taste.
Just plain rice.
No, I'm not doing it.
I feel like I remember when I used to eat the Chinese takeout, they would have like a little carton of just white rice. I used to mix it with things, though.
They have a sauce.
Yeah.
That's why. They have a sauce to go with it. So
Maybe
I mean,
it's just a preference.
yeah. Let us know if you eat it like that. You know, so.
Should I give you stew? Yeah, that was very surprising. And Facey does something like adding chicken to the rice, like chicken, no stew. So she picks chicken, add it to white rice, and then she eats it like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I find it enjoyable. So for most of our dishes would have just white rice served with beans, or served with beef, or chicken, or any other legume or meat product.
Yeah.
But I won't have, for instance, spiced rice or fried rice with, let's say, beef.
Fried, yeah.
Mostly our rice would just be white, or the kinds of jasmine rice or coconut rice. Yeah. And speaking of stew, Solis has been asking me for a very long time, what's your stew?
Yeah.
I still don't understand the concept of stew.
Yeah, Facey does not understand the concept of
stew or sauce.
It's stew. We call it stew. So it's like a tomato base, and then you add other spices and ingredients. Then you add water a bit, and like some chicken and other meat or protein that you have. Yeah. So Facey does not know that.
No, I don't know what stew is. What's more surprising is that stew is made of oil. Like.
So drop in the comment section if anybody else is as surprised as everyone else listening that she don't know what half these things are.
I'm very surprised.
Because that's new to me, you know?
Yeah.
I thought, like, you're aware, at least, like, the jollof rice took me for a loop. I thought she would have at least knew what jollof rice was.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, what was the last food video we watched? Where was that?
I can't put my finger on it.
Oh, that was Rwanda.
Yeah, yep, that's what it was.
Because we have gumbo. And that's a soup. We have soup. We have stew. Sauce. Like we have sauce pecan. Like we have sauce.
She called it a sauce, though.
Yeah.
She said, no, it's a stew.
Okay.
Okay, she's getting,
yeah,
I guess
like
she's learning it today.
We even have, that's why I'm like, hold up, what's going, what are y'all eating in Kenya?
1 liter of oil and tomatoes.
Facey does not use oil to cook. She used like a spoon of oil to make like her tomato base or anything. And me, I used like a whole, like 3 cups of oil, depending on how large the tomato is, to make my stew. And Facey can't eat something that has that amount of oil. She even has to ask me, is it that oil is so cheap in your country that you people have to throw it away like this? And I'm like, it's a culture. Like in Nigeria, you have to weigh your oil according to like the amount of tomato you have and use it to cook. And if Facey wants to eat, she wouldn't eat that because the oil would automatically, she's not used to it, so she can't eat that amount of oil.
Yeah. I mean, so going back to stew, our concept of stew would be somebody would say, give me rice and chicken stew, or beef stew, or bean stew. So it will be very specific. But I think for Nigeria,
it's just one thing. A stew, if you say stew to a Nigerian, we know what you mean with rice. So it's like tomato, pepper, beans, and then spices and protein.
Oh, okay, that was quite surprising.
And I'm talking about oil. She doesn't know red oil.
Yeah, I don't know what red oil is. I only know one type of oil, just vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil. Yeah, so she doesn't have like, for me, I can't eat beans with vegetable oil. It's weird. I can't.
Oh.
Yeah, so we use palm oil. If you open my cupboard now, you see palm oil, like the red oil. That's what we use.
Oh, that red oil.
Isn't the oil like used in the morning?
No, that red one.
Yeah.
Like, you see that very, very red one. Yeah. So Facey does not know palm oil or red oil.
We don't have palm oil in Kenya.
See the difference. And you think that we are all from Africa.
She don't have to look. She gonna have to take some of this stuff back to Kenya with her because she gonna have to let people in on what's going on.
Yeah.
They're missing out, bro.
Well, I'm sure Kenya has their, their secrets of what they eat.
100%. Yeah, Nigerians can grab some from, well, what do Kenyans have that Nigerians don't when it comes to dishes? You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever that dish is,
I don't know.
then they can see if they have it there or not. But for her to not know that these things are, you know what I'm saying? She's like, I don't got it. We don't eat that like that. Or she don't.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you gotta take everything with a grain of salt because people are speaking on their experiences.
Only correct.
let's talk about like how we eat our swallow and the differences. So in Nigeria, we have like cassava, yam, and we can turn that into like and starch, and we can turn that into balls that we eat. Feti eats ugali.
Oh,
Yeah, so first of all, we don't say swallow. Swallow is not a concept that we use or what that we use in Kenya. We don't say East Africa. So we are very specific. It's either ugali, it's either mashed potatoes, or it's either something called mokimo. That would be our swallow. And ugali, it's made from maize flour. Mashed potatoes, of course, that is Irish potatoes. That's most common in Kenya. And mokimo, it will still be Irish potatoes with other additives.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Feti gave me mashed potatoes to eat yesterday, and I'm like, as a Nigerian, why are you mashing potatoes to give me when I have teeth? So it's not like something you give to somebody that can't chew. So the concept of mashed potatoes is not there in Nigeria.
So it is like an insult to give somebody mashed potatoes.
Exactly, because
Really? So y'all don't
Pause.
eat mashed potatoes?
We
'Cause I
love
love
some mashed
making
potatoes, man. You can do some nice.
It's really filling. But of course, I guess, you know, that cultural difference there with us and them, we don't have like a swallow or a ugali.
Mm-hmm.
We have, I don't know.
We don't have it.
We don't have anything that's similar like our eating style.
Yeah.
We'll eat mashed potatoes. That's
Mashed
a
potatoes
dish.
would probably be the closest thing to it.
Yeah, but that's a
But
dish for us.
It's a
We
dish
don't-
for us.
It's not something that, you know, it's just a cultural difference for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
for you to mash something for somebody, it's either a baby or a very old person that have lost all their teeth. So the concept of mashed potatoes, mashing potato as a dish is not there.
I
It's
love
not
mashed
plain.
potatoes.
Yeah, she gave me an idea.
Okay, so I don't know how Kenyans cook it, but we don't cook it plain.
Oh no.
Like it's savory. It's a dish, you know.
That's different ways you can make it.
Yeah.
You can have it nice and smooth. I'm talking about no clumps in it or nothing. You have some with the clumps. You have the real seasoned base. You got it's a lot of different ways you can make that
Thanksgiving
thing
is
work.
coming up. I don't usually cook mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving, but I was thinking of it.
A good
Maybe.
a good pile of mashed potatoes go a long way, man. I'm thinking good.
But for Thanksgiving?
I'm not thinking about Thanksgiving. I'm just thinking about mashed potatoes. It's gonna be good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why does it?
well, it feels weird. Like, they're so soft in my mouth, so already mashed. I'm saying, am I eating pounded yam? Is
people
not pounded
cook it
yam. Is not. I don't know, but well, I'm always open to eating.
It's like a swallow, don't
everything,
chew
so
type of food.
I eat it, and I like it because there was chicken there.
Yeah. And about yam, pounded yam, do you eat yam as it is as a block, or do you always have to crush it to make?
So they have two types. Either you cut it, sawn it, and grind it, or you cook the fresh yam and you pound it. So anyone can be used as a swallow. It's more general that you cook the yam and turn it into pounded yam. You have to pound it so that it turns into bulb. Then you eat it.
Would you have that for breakfast?
No, not mostly because it's heavy.
And you
Well,
also eat cassava
Yeah.
as it is as a block without having to pound it.
You have to know the way we do cassava, we prepare cassava is different. So people prepare it as starch. I think this is the some people. Then in my side, you have to like ferment the cassava. You have to ferment it for like 4 days, bring it out, sun dry it, take it to the mill, grind it before you use it to cook. Yeah, so that's how we do ours.
Yeah, well, in my life, I've not eaten pounded cassava.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten pounded yam.
Wow.
And our cassava, we cook it. Okay, growing up, we used to eat cassava cooked as a block and yams cooked as a block and have that for breakfast in the morning. It's like a very heavy meal. And even up until now, I mean, it's the most highly healthy regarded food. Like just having yam for breakfast. That is so sweet. That's a real deal.
Okay, so let's move on from food. Let's talk about like cultures and outfits. So in Nigeria, we don't have like a national attire like that, but we have like predominantly large ethnic groups like the Igbo, the Yoruba, and the Hausa, which has more population. So their outfit is kind of loud because they have more people. I am from a minority tribe, and sometimes most minority tribes have their own attire too, but it would be like African print or all these knitted clothes. You know, there's a way they use like big engines to knit those things now, so they knit those prints for them according to their culture.
Kenya, do we have a distinct attire? No, we don't. We don't have a distinct attire, unlike what I've seen with Nigeria. I mean, that there's those dressings that at a glance I will know this person is from Nigeria.
Yeah.
Very, very distinct about your country.
Yeah.
But for us, we tend to be more westernized in how we dress.
Yeah.
Even our government officials just put on suits when going for functions.
Yeah.
For official engagement, just put on suits.
Yeah.
It's just that there's one tribe in Kenya that is often used to represent Kenya, which is not having with us. Which brings me to still talking about this whole topic of in Africa, we're not the same. We have different countries with different cultures.
Yeah.
Even in Kenya, we're not the same. We have different tribes with different cultures.
Yeah.
So maybe you have seen this Maasai culture. They always wear what you call shukas, like red.
Yeah,
red
tie like this.
Yeah, they tie like this. Yeah. So those are Maasai. They're from Kenya, but don't represent Kenya. Kenyans don't dress like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that would be it. I mean, different cultures have different dress.
So that's about culture. Another thing I wanted to ask is about like maybe dating culture. We know we are in like the UK in a Western society, and then kids are very open to telling their mom about their boyfriends and people that they're dating. And in Nigeria, it's more like an unspoken like rule that so many people will keep their relationship low-key and then until it graduates to like fiancé stage and fiance before you tell them. But here people are like, mom, meet my boyfriend. So how is it?
I would say it's the same for Kenya.
Yeah.
Young people would rather keep their relationships very low-key until it gets serious. Until like the guy proposes. That's when they'll introduce the partner to the family or the I should take cognizance of the fact that we live in a very diverse world.
Yeah.
So
So there's a point of convergence there between
yeah.
So there's like most differences is in our food. I think food. There's large difference there. Yeah.
Things are changing.
Yeah, they definitely gonna cook after this. Because if that's the biggest difference, then she's gotta see what she's been missing out on in Nigeria.
Yeah. It's interesting because we have a lot of similarities with West Africans. And of course, you know, a lot of our dishes, like our jambalaya.
I ain't expect her to say mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I ain't see that one coming.
Yeah, I didn't see that. She's like, it's baby food. You give it to people who don't have teeth. But some of our, I won't say a lot, but some of our dishes, hold up, wait, let me retract that. A lot of our dishes do have African influences, and of course I'm speaking about Louisiana because we are a food capital. We contribute to American culture when it comes to food. Okay, so I feel like we have a lot of similarities with West Africans, and of course we know because of the history.
Yeah, 100%.
Those who live in the city tend to be more open to their parents about their relationships.
So if you're a Nigerian likely facing this video right now, you have to know that the food is different and you have to be ready to cope. I'll put you on the spot. Okay, just apart. So that's it.
Alright, so that's the rest of the video. Hey, make sure you guys go show love to their channel. The description box is open for you to do. So just click on that and it's going to take you straight there. Other than that, did not see that, you know, the food's going to be that different. I didn't think the food's going to be that different. But everything else is pretty Align, yeah.
Yeah. So we would love to know more about the differences between West Africa and East Africa and the other regions of Africa as well. You know, so let's get to the comment section. Let's discuss some things. All right. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request form is in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.